Hi Arnold. So we talked in the lesson about another use of the diminished seventh chord. Up to now we've been talking about the diminished seventh as basically as a dominant chord without the root, as it is in the Barry Harris major sixth diminished seventh scale when you harmonise non-chord notes with a diminished seventh. So it feels like, if you put the root in, feels like 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1. Now the other use that I'm talking about is, and this is mainly done on the tonic or the dominant chord, where you play a diminished seventh on that root. So in other words, if you're in the key of C and you had, say, a C major sixth chord, you could play C diminished first. Or if it was C7, you can play the same thing. Now, if you notice, what's actually happening there is that the chord notes, in the case of the C7 there, the third, the fifth and the seventh were all being approached from a semitone below. And really what that is in classical harmony terms is just a combination of three lower appoggiaturas. Remember, the lower appoggiaturas are a semitone below the chord note. So just one or two examples, and these are taken out of the Dick Hyman book that you sent me. So April in Paris, this is the second line, the last bar. It's a C9 chord, the melody note, which is the ninth. So if you just play that's the C9. However, you can put the C diminished in first, and you get that nice sort of tasty bit of a discord, but then it resolves. Again, each lower appoggiatura just rises one semitone to the chord note. And then Days of Wines and Roses, the end of the first line, it's the same thing really. It's a dominant chord, D7, the melody note goes D and then C. So instead of going, you could play a diminished seventh going to the ordinary dominant 7, and again each note rising a semitone. I know that you know, next to the bottom line, the first bar, and again it's the same thing really, we've got E in the melody, it's a D9 chord, well E is the ninth, that's D9. You can start off by playing D diminished 7th, just creates that little bit of inner movement. And then of course Misty that we talked about. A lot of people do this, and in actual fact in the Dick Hyman book it actually says it E flat diminished above the melody note. That's right at the beginning. E flat major 7, but you can play E flat diminished. Now the full diminished 7th chord there would also have C, but you wouldn't want the C next to the D there, so just play those two notes. Whoops, sorry. So you're approaching the third and the fifth from a semitone below. There's your inner movement. So, as I say, experiment with that. You do it on the tonic and on the dominant when you've got a long note. Just be careful though, some notes will clash. It very much depends what note is in the melody, and let your ear be your judge. Okay then, cheers.